Everything I ever wanted, I just push up on it and she know the play. Name leave stains on the brain. When I bless the game, she ain't knowing what to say. Ain't nothing in between God and kings. That's a direct link like the Pharisees.
Hello, everyone. We're back again for the Bayou City Boys. And today, we're going to talk a lot about Astros.
Let's go.
So, yeah.
We
Gotta
love
get
you.
ready. We're ready.
Well,
This root beer is really good.
spring training has it's weird because usually nobody's really excited for spring training. And this year, I guess because we're the champs, it's kind of like, yeah.
Jeremy Pena's on steroids.
That boy is
jacked.
Altuve finally showed up for work.
Yeah. He did. He talked to media. He talked about retiring here. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he said he was really happy with what the general manager said about him.
I definitely think it's more realistic to keep Altuve than it is to keep Bregman for that long.
Why is that?
Just because he's older.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'll ask for way less, and I feel Bregman may have one good contract left in him, and if you don't want to give it to him, he's going to get it somewhere else. And he has Scott Boras as his agent, which is we all kind of know about him.
Yeah.
MLB.
Okay, now the question is if you had to hand out a MAC extension to one player right now, is it Bregman or Tucker? Who do you keep?
Tucker.
Word.
And he already
disrespect
feels.
to Bregman.
I personally would want to keep Bregman, but Tucker's the right move.
I love Bregman. Don't get me wrong, but longevity, youth. I need that. And Tucker's on the up. Bregman's not on the down, but he's in like that middle. Like,
I just think that like you're seeing his best right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like he's not gonna. I think there's still we haven't seen Tucker's ceiling, and I'm willing to pay for that.
I mean, he felt disrespected with arbitration. Luckily, he knows it's a business. So he's like, well, I'm going to go out there and play, and we'll figure this out with my agent and the GM, which it happens. I mean, you had people go in arbitration, and then they sign a 5-year deal later on. And then you have people that go arbitration, they're like, screw you, I'm going home. And
I'm fairly confident they're going to get him extended this year.
Yeah.
I really feel that way. At least try. Like, let us know that you tried.
Yeah.
It's like you said the other day with the arbitration thing. You were like, well, he started off real slow last year and then started going in towards the end of it. And then y'all said, if you really want the money, go and show us what you can do.
He gets a full year. He gets
the thing about Tucker, though, is when he's hot, he's hot.
Yeah.
World Series Tucker was a beast.
But it's not only that. He's our best base stealer. He's a good defender. He does everything. He's just good. And
like you said, that fool going to be stealing hella bases with them pizza boxes they got on the fucking field now.
You ain't lying. The thing's huge. It's like the back of my wall.
I think he'll go for 40 and 40. Let's just say 35 and 35 for now. But I wouldn't be shocked if he gets to 40.
Yeah. It kind of feels like one of those things where it's like, I wonder if he's betting on himself and he's like, that's cool. Wait until you see what I do this year, then you'll give me a better deal type of thing. Because they haven't given him the deal yet. And it feels like Framber's going to be the first one to get his deal before him, which I'm kind of like, ooh.
I think that Houston is doing to their way to see which one of them fucks up first. So they can offer less money, like you just said. But they both end up pulling a Dak Prescott and do good, and you give them all this damn money that you could have got him for cheaper before.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's damn. Now
I think that's one of those things where it's like, if they're gonna fucking play good, you got to be sure that they're gonna continue to play good. Like you don't want. I think. You don't want them to play like a really good season and then the very next one get hurt.
We do want them to play a really good season.
I know that, but I'm saying you don't want them to get hurt the very next one. You paid them all that money to just sit out.
You know what I think's going on?
Trout. What?
Is we didn't have a GM. He just now got a GM. He's just now starting offseason. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Everybody else is done. He's just now starting. That's why I feel like, he'll trade for a catcher or somebody. Yeah. That's why they got Brantley taking reps at first base. It's like, what the hell is going on there?
Yeah.
I mean, that's weird.
The beautiful thing is you got the guy you really wanted. You got a guy that knows what he's doing, that I'm confident in this front office now. I don't have any worries about it. I know what contracts he's giving out and what trades he's going after. He knows what he's doing. He's proven it already. But what also sucks is it took forever. So there was probably people he could have got or trades he could have done, and we missed them. But you're going in what you have. Like you said, Brantley's was asked if he's going to play first. I mean, who knows? I'm sure their trade deadline will be busy for sure, like we always are. It is kind of good, though, to see him. I mean, every spring training, you get the younger people that, of course, weren't on the roster going there, showing what they have. And it's kind of good to see some of these people that we forgot about. I mean, starting to do something. Like I showed you the picture of, what was his name? Dang, I already forgot his name. Forrest
Whitley.
Whitley, yeah. And he's been MIA for years, injured and everything. And if he does do good, he adds stuff to our already stacked team. If he doesn't, well, we'll move on and go somewhere else.
We want to ring without you anyway. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you can offer us anything, that would be great right now, considering Lance McCullers is doing Lance McCullers shit.
I don't know where these came from. No, I don't know where these came from. Sorry.
Nike.
I know that, but they're gold. I don't remember buying them.
They're all gold everything. Like Trinidad.
Epilepsy, bro. Damn.
Yeah. Lance, I mean, it kind of feels like Dusty had a backpedal when he was like, he's having arm tightness, and everybody's like, boo, he's always injured. And he's like, I mean, it's not that bad. This is normal. And it's just like, no, yeah, if you're Jacob deGrom, maybe, but we know what you're getting with that. So, I mean, that's our Jacob deGrom, I guess. It's we'll figure it out.
It's really tough to cheer for him at the moment, because the last time you pitched, you gave up like 5 home runs in the world.
That was such a fucked up game, bro.
Hard time sympathizing.
You did save the bullpen. So,
yeah.
In the long run,
Dusty told him, I just need you to get to number 6, and then we can go there. And he said,
I mean, for right now, he can at least be buried in like Southwest, North Side or something. Like, I think that's fair. Like,
no, fuck that. We're burying him in Cloverleaf.
It's like outskirts of Houston. Like,
the toxins in the dirt over there will eat him up.
Yeah. We're burying him in Cloverleaf for right now.
I mean, whatever works, right? He said the H. He didn't say where.
Exactly.
Nope. Yeah. I thought the H meant Harris County. Anywhere in Harris County.
The H meant Harrisburg.
Worse. You'll be in Edo.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it is surprising though, because usually players outside of pitching and catchers don't go until tomorrow. We've had a lot of them coming in already. McCormick. We've had, of course, Jose Abreu. He seems like he's getting along with Jordan and Brantley. And
I like McCormick, man. He's not like fucking somebody who'll be here for 10 years or anything like that. But he's like, I'll be damned if somebody just takes my spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming to keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a little swag to him this year. He got his head up, and he knows it's his spot to lose, like you said, and it's good. I mean, the confidence is what we needed. We needed that. We saw it in the World Series.
I'm just saying, like, he ran into the gate to catch a ball in the like. I'll remember that shit forever, bro. Like, he didn't give no fucks. He hit that gate like it wasn't there, and it was dope. He earned it
in his own hometown. Eh?
Word.
It's like, bro, you get a statue one day in the outfield that people can take pictures with by pluckers. not outside. You just get it by pluckers so people can get their wings and then take pictures with it.
And it's not going to be a big one because we don't know how long pluckers are going to be.
We'll just do a portrait by the wall. Never mind. Yeah. That's what you get, a portrait on the wall. Yeah, spring training so far. I guess
we got our first game on the 25th.
Yeah, I believe so. It's a weird. I mean, well, of course, there are a lot of them are day games because it's just. I mean, nobody's. It's spring training, so it's like. So the first game that we have is 25th against the Mets.
Yeah.
At 105. And then we play the Nationals, then the Mariners, then the Mets, then the Red Sox. And yeah, we just keep going down. And
I don't even get excited until Houston gets out of their first slump.
Opening day is the White Sox on the 30th.
It's cool though. They get to play the Space Cowboys. That's kind of cool.
Well, what if they lose?
I mean, if they lose, it's fine. I mean,
man, there's a lot of games this year.
Practice? Who we talk about? Practice? Hey. I mean, we got the World Baseball Classic also. I guess that's our Winter Baseball Classic, whatever it's called. Everybody's dropping out because everybody's hurt still. So it was so like high anticipated. And then people are coming in to camp hurt and they're all dropping out. Just it's like all of the Oakland A's can play in that thing. It's fine. They're not going to be playing for anything anyway. So
for real. I did see that thing earlier that said that Houston they're not that much better than Seattle than they think. Like the gap between our two teams isn't as big as we think it is. And I think I agree with that. That team is good.
I don't want to underestimate that team. That team, yes, we swept them, but that's a totally different team. They signed players.
They literally signed players just to be better than us, is what they said.
Yeah, and I mean that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to win your division, and if you are your conference, if you win it, who knows what happens? I mean, look at what the Phillies did last year. But you got to get out of it, and it's the smartest thing. You're gonna face us the most, and you have to beat us where it counts. And I mean, the Yankees admitted to it.
The same way we beat y'all is what we have. The same way that we got to keep beating y'all. It's like Urquidy, Garcia, like your 4 or 5 starters, Brown, like that's why we're better than them, is because y'all don't have those players, you know? So if they're getting the wins, then that's why we keep beating y'all. If our bullpen does good, y'all's bullpen can't fuck with us. So we have the funny thing is y'all did all that shit, but we're still gonna try to beat you the same way.
Yeah.
Do y'all consider the Astros a dynasty, or do y'all think they need to win one more World Series within the next few years to be in that contention? I thought about this the other day. I was watching something and they were talking about a team being a dynasty, and I was like, I think the Astros might have to win at least one more World Series within the next few years to be considered a dynasty.
I kind of want to do this as a 30-minute video, but I will say I consider them a dynasty only because of consistency that you've had. And I feel if you're calling Kansas City right now a dynasty with 2, then you can consider us as a dynasty with 2.
Yeah.
Because of consistently being at the top of your game and then consistently getting better with whether it's GM, whether it's players. I mean, I just look at it. You lost Springer, boom, you're good. You lost Correa, boom, you're good. You lost Verlander, now we're going to see. But I think one more adds definitely. There's no argument. But I think right now you can make an argument for it.
I was going to say, I think you can make the argument because despite them only having 2 within the past like 5-6 years, you know, they still went there even though they lost, you know.
I think no.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But for one reason, like you have to win one more, but it has to be right now. It has to be like literally this year.
That's what I was saying.
One.
Yeah.
No, you said few like right now.
I mean,
like if we stop right now, like we suck from now on, we're still just going to be known as the cheating Astros.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, I meant, like, within, like, the next year or 2 to be considered dynasty, like, they have to win another one, even if it's not back-to-back, they have to win, like, the very next one, you know?
But if you win another one, then they really can't say shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because but that's still gonna.
But it doesn't mean anything.
I know it doesn't. But
I'm not talking about directly talking about the present day. You're talking about it like in 15 years. Like that's how you think about a dynasty. Like when they talk about you in 15 years, like what can they say? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have an argument to why we're not right now, I feel like. But if we win one more, like, nah, you ain't got shit to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like I said, you solidify it for sure. If you go to the next 3 and you win at least 1 or 2 of those, I mean, they can't say shit. There's no arguments. You go down as one of the great dynasties like the Yankees were back when, like 1950, whatever the hell it was.
I do believe there is one scenario in which Houston does not have to win another World Series, but there's only one way it can happen, is if Yordan Alvarez becomes the best player in the world. Because then you can easily look back at like Houston in 15 years. You're like, yeah, you say they cheated, but then they blew the team up, won one, and then had the best player in the world for 3 or 4 years. So if he carries us to contention for like the next 5 years, we could be considered a dynasty, I feel like.
Kind of like how the Angels don't do shit, but they have Mike Trout, and everybody's always going to remember Mike Trout being on that team.
Well, they'll remember that because Mike Trout is Mike Trout.
I know.
That's the greatest players ever.
Yeah. But I meant that as the same kind of, I guess, way to think about it because, you know.
Yeah, when you have stars, they kind of lead your team to more prestige. That's like Milwaukee. They don't have nobody, so nobody really cares about them. I mean, Colorado, I don't even know. I can't even name one player over there. Pirates, I don't know. I don't know player.
I only know
the Pirates got a good ass shortstop, Cruz.
Oh, they do, yeah. I mean,
I only know Colorado has fucking Blackman.
Yeah. I mean, I used
to put him on
like
all the time.
In baseball. You're not like, man, I really want to see Blackman play. Like,
yeah.
Ohtani, you're like, hey, yeah, I want to see him pitch and then hit a home run off of somebody. But
yeah,
I mean, for sure in the division, I mean, you have Julio Rodriguez. Dude's a stud. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody was mad. If you're an Astros fan, you recognize real, and that dude is for real. Like that's just one thing that's for sure. And then
it just be making me laugh because like I don't give a fuck about how good you are. We have a Tucker, we have a Yordan. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but
I'm not saying it to you, but it makes me laugh because the other people looking from the outside in, they were like, oh, they can't fuck with Seattle. They got Rodriguez, and we're like, fucking we got a Yordan. Yeah. What's up? You know what I'm saying? It's like they act like we stopped playing baseball because the other people can't. It's like, no, bitch, we're just not worried about you.
Our rookie won MVP in the World Series. It mattered. Like, you can keep your rookie of the year, bro. I'm sure he's happy with that. Like, there's certain awards, like, you hear athletes all the time that they're like, I don't care about that. I want the one that matters, like the one at the end. Yeah, cool. Hey, thanks. Like, you know, there's certain awards, I guess you're like, yeah, I like it. MVP, cool. But would you rather have a championship or MVP? I think I'd rather have a championship than an MVP. Like,
in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Trout, I'm sure, would rather change some of those MVPs for a playoff appearance at this point. Like,
Mike Trout would probably,
but he's not willing to trade it for money. That's the problem. He's not willing to trade it for money. So
and we know what baseball does if you hinder your roster, as you've seen. And that's why I kind of have trust in Dana Brown. His roster moves make sense. They're lucrative for the player, but it's also lucrative for the team. And it's one of those things. And I know Caleb sees it all the time. Everybody's still crying and complaining about Yuli not being on this team. Yeah. Guys, let it go. He is on any team right now. Let him enjoy himself in Florida, and then he can come back when he wants to. If he wants to, like,
for real.
Yeah. People are complaining like he's the greatest player to ever touch the fucking Astros organization ever. It's ridiculous how crazy they are about it.
Don't get me wrong. I feel a certain type of way. You know this. You know how I feel about Yuli. Like, I'm a Yuli guy.
I know.
But I understand the business of what's going on here. And all I can say is fucking Abreu better perform in the playoffs. That's all I can tell him.
I mean,
Yuli did.
Two things come out of this Yuli not being on the team. One, you got Abreu. Hopefully he's a major step up in offense. Defense, we're gonna see what we get from him. I don't.
He's good.
He's
good. He's good.
Yeah. So I was saying you're gonna get a step down, but then also you look at who filled that 40th spot. Matt Gage is a lefty that Dana wanted from the beginning, even before he got here. So he sees something in him.
I'm gonna speak on the Yuli Gurriel fan club, and I'm gonna tell you why we're mad. And I'm gonna tell you because nobody acknowledges this. It's not anything against Abreu, but you realize the $20 million a year we pay Abreu is way more than anything we've ever paid Yuli. Yeah. Like, that's fucked up.
You're speaking of it from the smart side of the Yuli fan club. The dumb,
that's why I'm the president, fool.
The dumb every other Yuli fan club member just says Abreu sucks, bring back Yuli. Abreu doesn't even need to be on this team.
But I don't want to say they're dumb. I think they're just homers.
They are.
That's all it is.
Yeah, they don't watch anything but. I mean, we look at ourselves. We watch way too many sports. Yeah. They probably only watch Astros. Like,
they're scared to get out of their comfort zone.
And only Astros and no other baseball team unless they're playing the Astros.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I mean, and I think when you look at it from people that watch multiple teams like we do, we can understand, like, okay, people got better. Yes, Yuli we love him. It's not that we don't love him, but you have to stay competitive. And if you get a Jose Abreu wanting to come here with your team and your players if your locker room's okay with it, I don't know why as a fan base you can't be okay with it. Those are the ones that matter. They have to live with each other for so many days.
Especially because he hit so many doubles. He's going to eat that left field up. He's going to eat that porch. Double city for Abreu.
And it's
really good.
Probably the biggest signing of the offseason that everybody forgot about.
Yeah. Yeah. Throughout the whole thing, everybody was talking about all the stuff going on with the fucking Astros all offseason, and then went, oh, I was so mad about everything going on with Kyle Tucker and everybody else that I forgot that we got Abreu.
People were like, oh, Verlander left. I forgot. Correa stuff was going on. And it's so funny reading Twitter, and people are like, wait, Abreu's on the Astros? And it's like, dude, that was like day one of like
yeah. I was going to say, well, that's pretty much all we did.
Yeah. I said, but we talk about it like when Golden State Warriors do stuff, they focus on their younger guys that you've had in camp, that you know what you're getting. And I mean, as us people looking on the outside looking in, we can speculate and say, oh, this guy may not do good or what. I mean, these are their coaches. Their coaches are the ones that I'm pretty sure are like, hey, no, he ain't got it. Like, or like, yeah, he got something in him. And as players, they hold each other accountable. I mean, freaking Maldonado said he literally stopped drinking Sprite, Coke, and eating candy just to get in shape this year. Like,
I'm just saying, like, I get it's Yuli, people, but chill the fuck out because you're talking about the number 6 hitter. So the number 6 hitter. So it's like not necessarily for real make or break. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, for me, it's like if he gets signed one day, cool. That's dope. If he doesn't, hey, I mean, we have to move on. I'm not going to not support the Astros because one person, we've been here before. Springer, gone. Correa, gone. I was like, Verlander's gone. Like, we've been here. Like,
you also got to think about it. It's like you can't expect the Astros to be like emotional towards Yuli because the GM don't give a fuck about Yuli. He just got here, and he didn't. Yeah. Yuli's not his guy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, from a business standpoint, you got a left pitcher, or Yuli. What do I need more? We haven't had a good left pitcher in I don't know how long.
And we might not play either one of y'all, so let's just get the pitcher.
Yeah, I tried the pitcher out. I mean, we'll see what we got. Maybe our philosophy of pitching grabs onto him and takes him to our side or something.
And I'm not trying to disrespect Yuli. If we have him back, we have him back. But I'm cool with keeping that money available to go get a catcher. Like y'all don't realize we need a catcher, a backup catcher, because you ain't trying to have Maldonado playing fucking 160 games. You really ain't. I'll be honest, if you could keep him at like 100, I feel comfortable going in the playoffs that way. Go get you a catcher who can get you 60 games.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at what Brown did, though, to get Gage. I mean, Gage literally had to ask the MLB if it was legal because he put a signing bonus in the waiver wire to get him. And it's just, it's unheard of. But I mean, like our owner said, I got money, spend it. If you think a person's going to help us, do it. And it's just such like a chess move. Like, I want you. You're not going to free agency, bro. Like, here's a bonus. Come to us. Try out for the spot. Like, it's just, man, it shows
somebody might trade for him.
Yeah. Let him do good on your roster. All right, what do you want? All right, cool. Let's go. I mean, if it's a big sign, it looks good. If it's not, I mean, I know Rafael Montero hasn't been there yet. He's been having visa issues.
Son of a bitch.
So we'll see how that goes coming up.
The motherfucker we just gave all that money to took the ball and went to the house. He went, that motherfucker.
Well, I think like it is contract though. If he can't make it, I think it gets voided, so it's fine. But there's something in it. There's got to be something in there to protect the team. Like,
he's gonna be like, send me my check, and they're gonna be like, come get it.
It's like, dang it. Yeah. There's a few people though around the league that have been having issues with their visas and stuff. At least it's not like that NBA player that forgot his visa on his way to a away game and he couldn't go. I was like, that's
what a
terrible.
Fucking idiot.
He didn't realize his passport was messed up until he got to the airport. Yeah. I mean, spring training, we'll see what keeps going on. There's a lot to happen.
We kind of know. That's the thing about the good thing about being winners is we know what we are. We're not changing too much. We know what we are. We know how we're going to play.
We know that it won't get exciting until the end.
Well, we'll start good or start bad, but I mean, we really don't get interested until we do bad and then get ourselves out of it. So,
yeah, sadly,
we'll see.
I mean, we do get spoiled though. We get everybody this year, so it's going to be fun to watch them play every single team this year, at least once. I think that adds a little bit of difference. I'm kind of happy to see some of those NL teams again.
Your Reedies and the Luis and the Hunter Browns, like, you got to go pitch now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, earn your spot.
I'm good with going back to a 6-man rotation.
I guess what we go Framber, Javier, or Lance is eligible.
If everybody's healthy, I go Framber, Christian Javier, Lance McCullers, Urquidy, Luis, Hunter. But I'm guarantee you that within 10 starts of everybody, Hunter moves his way in front of a lot of those people.
That dude's looking special this year. He came ready. Somebody told him, hey, bro, Verlander, I don't know, gave him a ball and said, it's your team now, bro. And just
so I read an article that was good the other day that said, like, if you want to get the best out of Hunter Brown, if you want to be a real Hunter Brown fan, quit thinking he's going to be Verlander because he's not. But he can be Christian Javier because he has that. And the way we'll use him, you know what I mean? He's like, so think about like that ascension of a player, and you'll be way bigger of a fan of Hunter Brown.
Because Verlander's, I mean, we got to see the highs and the lows of Verlander here. And I feel like even no matter what, Verlander's arguably a top MLB pitcher of all time. So it's kind of hard to put Hunter Brown in that shadow. It's kind of like what we did with Pena last year with Correa. It took a long time for people to get him out of that shadow because he's totally different. And now we're starting to see, I hope like we do that with Hunter Brown, where we just enjoy Hunter Brown, not the next Verlander, not just Hunter
It's
Brown.
A lot of expectation.
Yeah. And I'm sure they know it. They, as players, they understand, like, I mean, everybody was worried about Correa and everybody was like, Pena, just play, dude. You know how to do this. This is you. And it took him. He had started off high, went low, and then started off high again. And I think they all know it. Luckily, they have a lot of veterans. We talk about it in sports. Veterans matter. I mean, even Brantley being hurt last year was a big veteran help. You get a Abreu that's that pitching wrote all those pitchers. You have veterans over there. I think they're good.
Somebody said that we only won the World Series because Brantley cussed the team out. And if that's true, then I would love that to be true.
That's our Udonis Haslam.
If that's the truth, then that's what's up.
Yeah, that's why I feel like they signed him back with the money they gave him. I was like, yeah, there has to be truth to that because they were like, he yelled at that team. Like, he gave them the business. And then we didn't look back. So that's dope.
You need that person. I mean, not everybody, your superstar is not always that. I mean, and I'm cool if that's him because 40th spot is yours, bro.
Shaq, it was either Shaq or Chuck yesterday said that. He was like, that's how come fans are stupid. He was like, never mistake your superstar for the leader. And I was like, word. That's why the Astros are good because our superstars ain't necessarily the leaders.
You can't put too much on your leader all the time because they already are doing so much. Mm-hmm. You have to have somebody else in that locker room or that can talk to them like, hey, like if I'm over here running the whole game, hey, I need you in the back talking to other people, running it as you're like a coach out there with them, but you relate to them because you're also the player. And I mean, when you take a step back, not all fans, because some fans are like, they don't get it. But yeah, I agree with Shaq or Charles ever said it because
somebody just commented about McCullers on our page and said, look, he's going to be hurt as soon as the season starts. He's hurt every year. Trade this guy. He's no real help in the championships.
Well, you're not trading that contract, so good luck with that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like nobody wants that until there's like 1 year left on it, exactly. So you're stuck with him.
You're stuck with him. If he does get injured, hopefully he's out and you get some money back from MLB for an injured player. But if not,
and that's why I'm saying
that you're
forced. That's what I'm saying. The casual fans don't know things like that.
Well, yeah, nobody really. I mean, even in NFL and NBA, nobody knows what a freaking. You get these people that play these Madden trades.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, there is no damn way, and we can go into freaking Texas. There's no way you're getting a first round pick for Brandon Cooks. Like, stop doing these mock. Brandon Cooks for a mock.
There's people that are still saying that we could get a first round pick for Brandon Cooks.
Let's trade Brandon Cooks for the number 5 pick. Yeah. Oh yeah.
If he has literally no value, none. Like, I don't think you could get better than a 5th for Brandon Cooks. I really don't at this point because everybody knows he don't want to be here. And everybody knows Houston needs something back for him. And they're kind of – so they're like, why would we trade? We'll just wait for you to cut him. If you cut him, we'll get him. If not,
look what happened to the Raiders with Derek Carr. Everybody knew that they were going to release him.
Exactly. And same scenario with a less sought-after player.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Cooks, I mean, we talked about it. If he stays, fine. We're getting a quarterback. I don't know. It seems like we won't know until the Underwear Olympics comes up and we start seeing them play a little more and doing stuff. But for sure.
Imagine this scenario, right?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
So say Chicago can get somebody to bite on Justin Fields. Like, let's just be realistic, right? What would you require in getting back as Chicago to give up Justin Fields? And this is my rationale. I have the number 1 overall pick. I can replace you with Bryce Young, and it cost me a couple picks that I traded away to get you. But if I can at least get 1 pick for you right now, would you do it? Say, for instance, like you get Seattle's 2nd pick. Would you take Bryce Young at number 1 if you're Chicago? And if so, what do you do at Houston at number 2?
For me, if I'm Chicago, I feel you need a big quarterback for that division, for that arena. I feel that the way the weather, the teams you're going up against, you definitely need a durable quarterback. Look what happened to Mitchell Trubisky when he was in that division. I mean, I'm not a big fan of CJ, but I feel if from where Fields said, I think a week ago, where he's like, they need to fix this stadium. I don't like playing in the cold. I think he's trying to get himself out of there. Yeah. And they know it. He knows it. So I feel like their now focus is going to be trading him and getting either a big quarterback. But if it is Bryce, as a Texans fan, I don't know. I'm not mad. I guess because I've lived this already with the Rockets twice now. Yeah. If you're okay with CJ or Will Levis, go full guns blazing, go.
You have
that's
to.
who you believe in. Go with it. I don't want to be like, well, we wanted the other guy, but we settled for. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear you be like, this is the guy that we were good with, this and that. I don't want to hear none of that. You can keep that to yourself, Nick.
I feel you. But also, it's like we kind of luck out in that way. As long as Bryce isn't too much better than CJ. I'm with you, bro. If they take Bryce number 1, you have to take CJ. You just have to do it, in my opinion.
What if they take Will instead?
But you take Bryce.
No. I'm saying, what if they take Will instead of CJ for the second pick?
Well, you're stupid. And it's just all there is to it. He's like, he just told you, I don't want to hear it, Nick. I don't want to hear it. You're stupid. You're stupid. Everybody's going to call for your job. The team, I mean, it's just the way it is. If you take CJ, then people will understand, like, you had no choice.
Yeah.
It's just, Nick just said it. It's like when the Rockets got Jalen Green. It's like, Cade went first. You take what's left. This just is what it is. So for Caserio to save his job, he won't take Will Levis. He better not.
Will Levis is going to be that guy, and I'll clip this for later, that shows up in the underwear Olympics, and people are going to start skyrocketing him up their draft boards, and then somebody's going to rush for him. I don't know if it's going to be the first pick, but it's probably going to be that 3rd through 5, maybe. Colts trying to knock on the door of their future QB or something. He does fit their coach.
He also fits with the Panthers dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm with you. I was like, I ain't even going to hate on you, bro. Do good. Let them go get you at number 1. I'm not going to hate about it. I really ain't.
Yeah, I feel like for me at this point now, there's 2 QBs I want. Bryce Young, 1A, and CJ, 1B. I'm fine with either one of those. I'm content with either one of those at this point now. We don't control our fate, sadly. But if Chicago gets it, cool. Hey, I understand. If
I would prefer him in Chicago.
Yeah. I would prefer him in the other side. I don't want Colts to jump up and get one of them because I'm going to be mad because I got to see you twice.
I don't give a shit if they jump and take CJ. I really don't.
No, if they jump and take CJ, I'm cool with it. But because I mean, one, you're losing draft stock, and then you're doing that. I do think the Texans, though, we've talked about it a lot. We're going to break it down, I know, in other videos. I think they're moving a ton this draft. They have 13 picks. Like, you're not going to sit at where all those picks are. Nick's going to start moving around like the Jets did last year and start getting players that I know they have key on their boards for sure.
I'm not going to say that we're geniuses, but I'm not going to say that we're not. And I'm also going to say it has been said. So with that being said,
what?
After free agency and before the draft, I can almost tell you what the hell we're going to do on where we'll move. I really feel like we'll know. Like, oh shit, like we got these players in free agency, so we have to be targeting this kind of player in the draft, and you know when they're going to run. So we're kind of like good. Like I'm a little bit excited. I want time to speed up.
I'm ready for April.
Yeah. Even before that, I want free agency, bro.
When do we get? Wait, when's free agency starts?
Pretty soon.
I think it's in like next month, I believe.
Yeah, for sure.
That's in like a week and a half.
What are some what's it called? It's March 13th, Monday.
Word.
What are some positions for sure? Linebacker. I know we're gonna.
This is what I know. Is I don't want to pay. I want to pay for another offensive lineman.
Yeah,
like Kenyon Green. I don't want another young first or second year player on the line. So I want to pay for like a center if you can get one, and maybe draft a guard. But one of the offensive lineman positions needs to be paid for in free agency. I almost want to say the same on the defensive line, specifically on the interior at D tackle, because I don't feel like you're going to get a great – we're so bad up the middle stopping the run. Like, I just want to pay for somebody to stop that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll pay somebody to help with that.
And I also want a veteran safety to play with Petrie and control the secondary, because we're going to play a lot of nickel under D'Amico. So I don't want another young person back there. I want a grown-ass man who knows what they're doing, i.e. Jimmy Ward.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
I mean, he played for D'Amico. Just bring him on over. Just come on over.
They said one interesting one for a center would be Garrett Bradbury from Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. There's quite a few. Yeah. Cleveland's is a free agent. Forgot his name. Baltimore's. I think the guy that was playing backup to Lindstrom is a free agent. So there's people we can pay for. Anything is better than what we used last year. No disrespect to Quisenberry, but you fucking suck.
He sucks. You can be disrespectful. It don't matter. He sucks.
But it's not his fault, bro. Like, you were a third stringer to start the season, and you just ended up being the only one who can play.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened to Britt.
Yeah, that dude there went. One day he's there, the next day he's like, I'm out later. I'll be back. And then the whole year ends, and you're like, where you been at, dog? He pulled a Brandon Cooks before Brandon Cooks pulled it.
Depending on how we do in the draft, you can go get a tight end, maybe.
I mean,
you could probably trade for a tight end for pretty cheap. Like, I think you could get. I mean, I'm not a fan of his, but like Gerald Everett for cheap, which still might be better than anything we have. So,
that would be way better than what we have.
But that's not saying much.
I know.
Would you think of bringing in like a veteran receiver if you get rid of Cooks or something?
I would feel stupid because the free agency class sucks at receiver, and I have Brandon Cooks already. So it's like, just get the fuck over it, Cooks. You're gonna play. Quarterback got to throw to somebody.
True.
And like I said, it's like you don't be like Jacksonville and release this dude and then go try to sign somebody else and overpay like they did Christian Cook. Why do I need to get a Christian Cook if I'm already overpaying a Brandon Cook? If we're being honest, Brandon Cook's probably better than Christian Kirk anyway.
Yeah.
Cook and Kirk are too close to the names.
What would you do if they got a young QB and then they got a veteran QB?
Depends on who the veteran is.
Like a Jacoby Brissett or
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. I don't want Matt Ryan.
Cooper Rush.
Is he a veteran?
Technically.
Kind of.
I'll take Jacoby Brissett. I'll take
Geno Smith.
Keenum. I'll take
Teddy Bridgewater.
I'll take I was gonna say Tyrod Taylor. Fuck
Baker Mayfield.
Colt McCoy.
Negative.
All those people saying Baker. There was that one
comment. People are saying Baker is better than anything we'll find. He deserves to be on the Texans. He'll lead us to a Super Bowl.
If I can find it, they said anybody they draft is worse than Baker Mayfield. I was like, dog, get out of here.
They did say that.
Another good veteran that Mike could get, but I don't know if he's a free agent, will be Joe Flacco.
Ooh.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, look what he did for the Jets.
Nick Foles.
Zach Wilson sucks.
I mean,
all right, keep Joe Flacco away from us. Maybe he's bad luck.
I mean, he did good when Zach sucked, and then I think for a locker room presence, I mean, he's good. He's won a Super Bowl. He knows what it does to suck and to do good, to be at the highs and lows of the NFL.
Has every fucking quarterback just played for the Broncos at some point? Anytime I look up a quarterback, anytime I look up any quarterback, they have a picture of them in a Broncos uniform.
Yeah, I
can't think of anybody else that I want a veteran that knows he's not going to play. Like, don't even think about winning this job. It's not yours. It's Bryce's or CJ's. No, for real. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
Yeah.
Because if you even give the general public and Houston's retarded motherfucking fans the opportunity to believe that there's a chance that some old dude's going to take CJ or Bryce's job, I don't want to hear about it. I really don't.
We'll bring Brock Osweiler in and put him as a Matt Schaub will come in and just chill out with his 2 left feet. And I mean, what about Driscoll? You think him staying makes sense?
No,
since he
no.
Okay, well,
Dante Culpepper.
Because like the point of having a veteran come be a what the fuck does Driscoll know about?
It's funny because it's breaking
Zach,
up.
I couldn't hear shit except what the fuck does Driscoll?
I kind of
said
pieced it together.
The point of having a veteran quarterback come in is to fucking teach the young boy how to be a pro quarterback. I was like, what the fuck does Driscoll know about being a pro quarterback? He's a tight end. Would you get fucking Taysom Hill to teach somebody to play quarterback?
Fitz magic.
Negative. I mean, I would take him as a quarterback coach, too.
Yeah.
You know who? Look, nobody's talking about it, bro. The person the Texans need is Jordan Love. Because he sat behind Aaron Rodgers for all those years. And that means you would take Jordan Love over anybody.
Yeah. He got all that exhaust of bullshit that was fucking omitting off of Aaron Rodgers. I don't want nothing to do with that. I'm telling you, whoever comes in should not think that they have an opportunity to play. Nobody.
Yeah.
Like a player like Andy Dalton would be too good. Like you can't even come over here.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I think that's why I feel like a Flacco would be okay because he already accepts his role as a backup. He's already won a ring. He's like, I'm just here for the ride, bro, to help out in the locker room.
You know who you definitely could not have you do that? Fucking Carson Wentz. You could not have Carson Wentz do it because he would come over here and then cry and say, I'm not a starter. I don't want anyone.
I don't want Nick Foles. I don't want none of those dudes.
I have the perfect person for the position, but I don't think you can get him considering they just retired. Chad Henne.
I was gonna say that.
I thought you were gonna say Tom Brady.
I mean, I don't think you would. You just retired at the top of your game, bro. They'd have to pay a pretty penny for a backup quarterback to come out of retirement.
Yeah.
Nah,
he's a professional.
I don't think Brissett would come. Who sucks and would come to Houston to play backup quarterback? Baker. Fuck, they might be onto something.
Baker's gonna want to start. And
I want Teddy Bridgewater because everywhere he goes, he makes quarterbacks a little better.
Baker would come here, and then whoever the fuck we draft would have one bad game, and then everyone would complain and say they want Baker.
And then Baker would have the worst game ever in that game and throw 5 picks, and people were like, he hasn't played in forever.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
He throws 5 picks. That's why.
Exactly. And then everybody would be like, well, it's because of that. Baker deserves to be starting. He's a veteran.
No, I don't even want to deal with that. Whoever starting quarterback we get with that second pick, I want them to be the face of this damn franchise. Yep. Right when they come in here, I want to see them on HEB commercials. I want to see them on Bluebell. I want to see them on Dairy Queen. Everything. I don't give shit.
Jesus.
It depends on who we get with the 12th pick. Because that person might have more. Well, I'm just thinking Bryce Young and CJ Stroud might not have a lot of personality to them.
Yeah, but if you get Bryce, you get all of Alabama with you. So
true.
Yeah, that's a lot of family.
Yeah, you can just get Roll Tide. That's all I kept seeing when Jalen Hurts was playing. They were like, Roll Tide, Roll Tide, Roll Tide. I'm like, gee, he hasn't even played there in a few years. Yeah.
There's a lot of players on that team we could steal too from Philly. A lot of defenders we could steal.
I want defense free agency. March 13th, I want to see some defense and I'm hyped because we have a coach and a GM that having D'Amico gives me a little bit more hope with Nick.
Yeah.
I kind of was trusting Nick blindly, and now I'm like, all right, there's 2 minds that are working together to figure this out. And I'm like,
it's easy to trust Nick Caserio blindly when his eyeballs are bugged out like that. He can see for everybody. But I told you, it looks like when he's with D'Amico, he's not on meth. So he's calmer.
Oh, man. Well, Texans fans, let us know who you want. CJ, Bryce, Will Levis. What's the other guy from AR-15?
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah. Let us know.
And people quit suggesting Hendon Hooker. I wanted him to, and then he told us he would be ready to play, but he lied. He's not ready to play, so he's not an option. No more Hendon Hooker.
No.
I remember you saying that name. Yeah, that's true.
Because he lied, and he said that he would be ready to go, and then everybody's like, he's not going to be ready to go by July. He literally just tore his fucking ACL.
Yeah.
So he made us look foolish, but if he was healthy, it was an option.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure, it's 3. I think for sure 2 of them are definitely, and one of them's a we'll see.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's where we're at right now. We will know more in the Olympics for sure. See what they do, whatever hype videos come out on Twitter and YouTube from them.
And I think I need the receivers to show out at the combine because I'm not real gung ho on any of them.
It looks like you may get one of them in the second pick if that's the way it is going right now.
You might get one with the third pick in the second round.
Yeah.
No, you will. You could get a receiver there if you wanted it.
Yeah. But then again, it's like, what else? I mean, like you said, though, for agency, you'll know exactly what we're going for. If they go heavy on defense, okay, they're getting QB and then they're going to get something else with that pick. But if they start spacing out, I mean, trades come up and everything else. It's just, it's one of those things where, I don't know. We got a lot to look forward to. I know the staff's still not fully there. There's a few people he kept. There's a few people he got rid of, thankfully. We were hoping for.
Here's a question I got for you. I was thinking about this the other day. So, like, we had said before that we wanted, like a veteran head coach to be around. Like, just to help him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, in the event that he doesn't hire said person, which he hasn't, because I don't know what position they would fill, what do you feel about Caserio getting back on the headphones?
How do you feel?
D'Amico would allow that? I don't fucking care what he does. But I was just wondering if D'Amico would put up with that. I don't think he would.
I don't think he would, and it kind of feels like Nick trusts D'Amico enough at that position for him to figure out his staff in that sense. I kind of feel like right now Nick can take care of roster, and D'Amico can take care of roster this side of players and staff. Like,
no, I just mean like in the sense of like Nathaniel Hatchett, he kept fucking up in games and losing track of time and like forgetting that he was actually the head coach and not doing shit like that. And I was like, well, what if D'Amico does that and Caserio's like, no, I'm putting the headphones on and I'm going to tell you what to do. And I was like, I don't know how D'Amico would feel about that.
Nah, I don't think he wants. I really don't need you to. You see some of the people that he's gotten, and they come from trees of like Shanahan and other ones. I feel let them blossom into their job, and you focus on the analytical part of it, bro.
I feel like they're doing something good because I feel like they finessed Slowick into coming to Houston by interviewing Cliff Kingsbury. But I also feel like they fucked with Cliff Kingsbury because they're asking what he would do with certain players, and they're like, "Oh, that's what you do." Well, we weren't thinking about that. We'll take it into consideration. Yeah. So they picked his brain for free.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he wasn't getting hired right now, so. I mean, I like the Bobby Slowick one though. I think that's very under the radar coming from the Shanahan tree, and I like these signings. Like,
I read something earlier that said D'Amico Ryans being hired by the Texans was the second best hiring for coaches this offseason. And they fucking said Frank Reich going to the Panthers was a better hire than D'Amico. Yeah, that's what I said.
That don't even make sense.
How? Like, I would argue that every day, twice. Like, bro, we were the hate.
The logic behind that was what the writer said was he thinks that it's because people are more familiar with what they're familiar with, and because he had the most experience. Wilson the best hire. What the favor? It might
people are more familiar with what they're familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, he just got fucking fired in the middle of last season. He got another job, so I mean that's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll see what the Panthers. I still don't know who the hell their QB is, but whatever. I mean, they have so much things to figure out too.
What if they just create a bidding war for Levis with like the Colts? If the media can convince the Titans to draft Malik Willis, sorry ass, they can convince somebody to trade up for Will Levis. I see it coming.
I see the Colts trading up for Will Levis. And depending, I don't know if Bobby wants him, who fits Bobby's system more, but I do see the Colts at least calling to trade up. I see either them getting a trade or you hear Ian Rappaport or Adam Schefter talking about it like, oh, the Colts called before this pick was made and they offered like 5 first-rounders and Michael Pittman and Jim Irsay's like beach house.
It's hard to know how Sirianni's going to Steichen's going to coach the Colts because what they did in Philly was like built around Jalen Hurts. Because
I thought Steichen went to he did go to Colts, yeah.
And Gannon went to the Cardinals.
Gannon went to Cardinals, yeah. That's right. They look the exact same. I forget them.
So I feel like if you had a better idea how he was going to coach, it'd be different.
I feel like he wants he may want that mobile QB like he had, and
well, that's what I'm thinking. If you want that, then Bryce Young's not your guy. Will Levis
is your guy.
Yeah.
And we know if they trade up, hey, bro, I'm cool with it. Trade up, bro, because we know you're not a quarterback away from winning it all. So I ain't tripping. You still got to beat the Jaguars in the division.
Yeah.
So
y'all's defense sucks. I have a sneaky suspicion that our defense is going to be really, really good this year. Like really good.
I really hope so.
I'll tell you about it later.
Well, Texans fans, we got a lot coming up for sure.
Yeah, calm the fuck down for real.
Yeah. Hope that instead of trying to outsmart everybody to get Bryce Young, hope that somebody will just outdumb themselves. So we're fine. If not, just draft CJ. You cannot go to when Arizona goes on the clock, number 3 at the NFL draft. Houston needs to have a quarterback. It should be one of 2 people. You know who it's going to be.
Anthony Richardson or Will. No, just kidding. No, it's got to be Bryce or CJ. I'm done. I'm on one of the 2. Unless they just both completely suck in this combine, I'd probably still pick one. But I've seen their tapes. I've seen how they played in big games, and yeah, I want one of these guys. Well, speaking of bad, I mean the Rockets. Luckily, they're off for like 9 days still.
Good because freaking Jalen got hurt doing nothing.
Yeah, I feel like the season just needs to end. The Rockets owner was at Mardi Gras, and he said, "Pray for Victor." So that was kind of funny. It's kind of embarrassing.
So disappointed of Kenyon Martin at the Slam. I was so disappointed in that shit.
I didn't even watch it because I kind of had a feeling I was already overhyping him in my head, and I was like, nah.
It was so bad.
You let Parker McCullum beat you, bro. Like,
it was so bad. Literally, like Jalen looked stupid last year by having somebody pass him the ball, and it just looked fucked up. It was the same thing with Kenyon. Like, just go out there and dunk it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I was
at this point. I watched the Rockets to prove our other shit talking sessions right. Like, you stupid ass motherfucker. Like, we told y'all to play Ty. We told y'all to play Josh Christopher, and y'all listened, and now they're doing good. So that's the only reason I watch him now. It's just bad sometimes.
I mean, we've already gone 50-something games, and it's like we're almost at 60. Like I'm just gonna finish the season out at this point. Like I'm cool with it, whatever. But make it to the season. Don't get season-ending injuries.
But I tell you this though. I tell you this: is I did watch the Rising Star game. I'm cool with Scoot. I'll take him, but I'm gonna blow this team up. The very first play of the game, he tried to dunk on Jabari, and Jabari blocked it. So I was like, okay, I see that.
Yeah.
So we just need a top 2 pick.
I want Victor or Scoot. That's all I want. Yeah. I don't want a 3, 4. I don't want none of that. I want one of these 2 guys. That's it. The same way I'm right now with the Texans. Give me one of these 2. I don't want no.
This is gonna sound ridiculous to you, bro. This is gonna sound ridiculous. I think I might rather have Scoot because Scoot and Jabari is your one. It's like, bro, that's tough.
Both of them.
I just have an internal fear about Victor that he's gonna get hurt.
I mean, look at the big guys. Evan Mobley's been hurt. Chet's got hurt at the beginning of the season. It's not.
We dealt with this with Yao, bro. Can't do that again.
Yeah, I mean Ralph Sampson hurt. You get a lot of these guys that, and I get it. You want KD, but the way Victor plays is not KD style. It's not Giannis. It's different. He's a big man, and it's very.
I just have a good feeling. I know what Scoot is, and Scoot to me is like freaking Anthony Edwards.
I was thinking
with a Ja Morant handle and a Russell Westbrook body.
That boy has been putting, and it's sad that nobody's talking about him because all eyes are on Victor, and this fool is putting on show after show after show. And that's why I said I'm fine if I get one. Okay, I got to take Victor. I get it. But if I get 2, I'm going up there smiling with the second pick, just like I did with Jalen Green. Oh, there we go. All right, let's go.
All I would ask is that he cut his hair because it looks like he don't ever have a haircut. He looked like he played on Django.
Do you think that we need, once the season's over, of course, I mean, it's going to end terribly. We're going to be one of the bottom teams for sure.
Fire the coach. First things first.
Fire the coach, and then start bringing in veteran talent, like veteran coaching talent and all that. Like,
hang on.
Yeah.
I might consider firing the GM.
Ooh.
I'm not a fan of Stone. That's a fucking that's a Morey guy. Like I don't like you. I really don't. I might consider firing you. If I can replace you, if I can find a suitable replacement, I'll fire you. Who that person would be, I don't know. But
yeah, I'm thinking in my head of who's an option. I mean, there's going to be people, of course, that pop up.
But then again, you're another year too late. Just think about what Utah did. Is they fired everybody. They brought in Danny Ainge. He finessed the league. Now you got like a competitive team with players everybody wants and a shit ton of picks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would consider firing Stone, but that's just me.
I think I give him one more year.
But let me tell you why you can't do that, bro. Because you have money. Like you can't risk going into this offseason with money and let him make the decision if he's not going to be here to clean it up. Like if I want to do that, I want somebody to come in and do it and accept the fact that Stone was just a bridge that got me to where I want to be. And luckily along the way, he got me out of the James Harden situation that kind of worked itself out.
I mean, people that are very, very hard on the Rockets. I mean, we're fans, but people on the outside media destroy them. And I'm like, dude, did y'all not? It's been 3 years. I give you that. It's 3 long, difficult years. But you lost your superstar. You lost your GM that pretty much said he was done and then went and got another job. You blew up all your veterans that you almost competed with for a championship against a dynasty. And you got not 1, not 2, but 3 superstars, future superstars in picks. And you got some very quality players, Tyrese and KJ Martin. And yes, we suck. I'm not going to say we don't suck. We are terrible. But I mean, y'all forget that there's a team called the Charlotte Hornets out there that has been terrible since they were the Bobcats.
But that's my point. It's like where they say, you bitch that we're not professional. We have no system. There's no accountability. Like all that. So that's leadership. You can't fire the owner, but I can fire everybody else.
Yeah.
The problem with Jordan is he fired everybody, brought new people in. They sucked worse, fired them too, and brought the same people back. We're not doing that. So I'm sick of hearing the James Harden
Jordan
shit.
creates a good shoe, but he can't run an organization for nothing.
He's fucking terrible.
His draft picks is some of the worst white dudes I've ever seen play basketball in my life.
Worse. You got to be tall and white to play for him. That's it.
Oh, snap.
Jesus.
Oh, man. All right. Well, Rockets fans, we're going to struggle with you, man. We'll make sure we'll be here to talk whatever happens. I know for sure April's going to be very busy coming up into the summer because we got draft. Then we have some more draft lottery for them. We'll know where the Rockets fall in their lottery for sure. And then we'll start getting free agency after that stuff. Yeah.
The only bright spot we have is maybe Brooklyn sucks and we get 2 good picks.
Let's go Brooklyn. Start sucking. They actually are playing good, so that kind of sucks. But
I know that's fucked that part.
But luckily, they may start trading more people and figuring it out. So it looks bright for us still. Thank you, KD and Kyrie. Anything else to add before we shut it off? I know, Caleb, your team, the Roughnecks won. Yeah, I will say this. That was the most entertaining XFL game out of all of the other games. The Arlington Renegades, whatever that name is, it sounds like the Commanders, is a terrible team, and I'm so mad that ESPN tried to hype me up while I was watching that game because they suck, man. And
I couldn't watch it.
I watched it in the background.
They were hitting pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
I think for me watching, I don't watch college on Saturdays, so it's very hard that I'm gonna watch XFL on Saturday.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you can't watch college football, but you can watch that shit. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Nah,
they have it set up the same way. It's only 1 foot in bounds to be in bounds and shit.
I just don't want to watch the Rice Owls or UT or A&M.
No, I didn't say you had to do that.
I don't want to watch that. I don't even watch U of H football like until a few years from now.
Because our defense sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a root for you, Roughnecks. You'll be in the same spot that the Dynamo and the Dash are.
Like their logo and shit is cool, and their helmets are kind of cool. So I might buy a shirt like in white, maybe. But I don't know if I could go to that.
The game looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I could go to a game on like a Sunday.
What do you mean it looks cool? It looks like football with less talented people.
I know that. I'm saying like it looks like it'll be hype while you're there.
You get to see past first round picks from like 5 years ago, bro.
Man, the motherfucker, I forgot. I clicked on the XFL, right? And it was one game. I don't know who the fuck it was. They had on like green jerseys, gold, some shit that was ugly. And the quarterback, his experience was camp invite with Green Bay. So that's the extent of how good you are. You have a camp invite.
What was that? This weekend?
Yes.
Oh.
It's like that's how bad you only got a camp invite on your resume.
So I was doing some research and it seems like the coaches are the GMs kind of. And so you get to pick who you wanted to bring into your camps. And it seems like some of these coaches really pick their old school college kids and all that stuff to give them another chance. And that's why some of these games we saw, I forgot whoever was playing, I think it was Vegas. They had Paxton Lynch, I believe, at quarterback. And
Paxton Lynch was who we played.
Oh, well then, yeah, he was who we played. Well, they had somebody, and I remember watching the first and second, and then they had a totally different quarterback. And I'm like, this is game 1, bro. So you suck. Like, but I was cool with it because I was like, cool. I was like, it's in the background while I'm doing stuff. I didn't care. I saw somebody get tackled. I will say this though, Roughnecks look like the best team out of there. I don't know if that's saying much, but Wade Phillips at least knows how to put a football team fully together compared to some of these. I sure
hope so. He ran our team, the pro one. Yeah.
So his first win as a coach outside of the NFL. Let's go. Hey, I don't know what else is happening. Sabercats, I don't know when y'all start. I still want a hockey team. Bring that over here.
In April, our other football team plays again too.
Oh yeah, they should have them compete against each other.
The Houston Gamblers.
Whoever wins the XFL and whoever wins that
the United States Football League.
And then there we go. We'll do it. I'm cool with it. Yeah. Give these guys.
The only thing good about an XFL game is they keep the over under on the score box, so it'll solve your gambling need.
They did, yeah.
Heck yeah! I do like the war room though. That was kind of cool, where I can at least know the damn plays getting called right. It reminds me
team got their own locker room now because they didn't used to.
Well, I know that it's weird.
Don't they play at U of H?
I think so. Yeah, I think it is TDE whatever I think that's U of H. Yeah, TCEGGEGYY. No.
Damn, I have no excuse to not go. It's just like not even 10 minutes.
Well, the time of the year Houston sports picks up. Let us know. Look, if you want me to watch Dynamo games, I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna watch them. I'll look at the highlights, and I got you on that. I got y'all. I got me and Nick got you. Don't worry about it. Other than that, though, I'm not watching a game. You can't pay me to watch that. Like, I don't have enough time for that. But I will give you like a random highlight of like the week when it starts. I don't know when it starts, so that's fine with me.
Hey, we'll watch the highlights and ask questions. What does this mean? What the fuck is he doing?
What is this that he just did? Hey. So yeah, but I mean, we're good, Houston. Chill out. I know y'all want Yuli, but we'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying we're geniuses, but it has been said. That's all y'all need to know.
God damn it.
But if y'all made it to this point, Houston, make sure you like, subscribe to the network right here at SLG. We got Bayou City Boys on all your Astros, Texans, Rockets, everything you want. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. You got all breaking news over there. We just thought some stuff up about Altuve, about Bregman. We got a bunch of other memes and shit going up all the time. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, everything. We're on all of it. So make sure you follow us. Enjoy it. Keep the ACs on, Houston, because it's hot. Later.
For real. It was cold yesterday.
I'm turning my shit on the second we get off.
All right, don't
heater?
Get out yet.